Alright, so we're going to start by removing the valve cover. Pretty straightforward job. I'm sure most of you guys have done this before, so simply remove the 8 bolts, the little washers, and it pulls right off. Obviously, there's a few other things like spark plug wires, etc., that sometimes you'll have to move out of the way. I've already done all that, so in good shape here. Removing the timing belt brackets, cam gears, timing belt, etc.
An interesting thing, I had not had the pleasure of talking to the original owner, and apparently did have a timing belt put on. He was pretty good about maintenance. Doesn't look too new. I mean, the car's got 100 and some odd thousand miles, I think 105 now, but when I bought it about 103, so could have been done at 60 or maybe 90,000. Looks a little aged for 90,000, but you never know on certain items.
I just cut the timing belt off. I was a little afraid the cam gears or the valve springs would cause the cams to slip and potentially hit a valve, but I adjusted it so that the pistons were kind of midways up on all cylinders, so I wasn't too worried about it. Now we're ready to remove the cams, removing the cam girdles. These are actually oil plates. If you've ever run the engine without a valve cover on, they actually have holes on the bottom side. Those 2 rods that you see are actually oil galleys, and then they have a bunch of holes on the bottom side that drip, just pour actually oil all over those cam lobes to keep them well lubricated, since there's no roller bearings and it's friction on friction. So kind of cool to watch. Here I actually checked for OEM cams. They were the correct 97, 98 model camshafts. They weren't anything aftermarket or the newer 2000, 2001s. Really wasn't sure what to expect. Again, buying a used car. Guy had raced it in a stock class. You really never know, but they were correct and everything. So it's kind of the final step here. Just taking the head studs out, or head bolts rather, because it's not studs, they're actually bolts, but taking the head bolts loose here. Pretty straightforward job. Again, nothing complicated when you've got the intake manifold, exhaust, all the accessories, everything, distributor, everything's pulled off. So this part's actually really easy, pretty quick. By the time you get to this point, it's really pulling all the accessories and stuff off that take a lot of time. So pretty happy. Again, completely stock motor. Other than the Gates timing belt, didn't see anything else on it.
Alright, so we've got our cylinder head off. Just have it set over here to the side. See if my screen pops up. I went ahead and just put the cams back in, put the cam caps back on, rails, and then put the valve cover back on, just to prevent dirt, dust, everything that's going on here from getting into the cylinder head or anything like that. Do something very similar with the block as well. A little less worried about it. Still have to disassemble it and probably hone the cylinders and everything. But definitely the cylinder head's more worrisome than not. They are P73 AO. I don't know. This one's maybe the best one to look at, but they are all P73 AO pistons. Head, cams looked right, everything. So should be in pretty good shape there.
Hey guys, hope you enjoy watching the restoration of the rusty Barnacle, Integra Type R 98111. Please subscribe and keep looking for updates. Thanks.